What up? What up? Hmm? Okay. What up, y'all? Just hopping on live, trying to get used to doing this live thing. What up, Asante? Make sure when you come in, you hit the like button. Make sure you smash that like button. So that's what's up, Asante. I'm just gonna be on here for about an hour, just open panel, open discussion. But y'all seen the title? What's gonna happen when Errol Spence wins the rematch? Terrence Crawford got a lot of hype right now. It's a lot of talk right now. It's a lot of talk about him fighting everybody else but Errol Spence. But we cannot act like that there is not a rematch in the contract and that there will not be a rematch underway. Ed 1050, what's good? Marathon Man 92, salute. What's on everybody's mind today? How is everybody feeling? Make sure when you come in, you smash the like button. So we've been seeing a lot of talk around about what's next for Terrence Crawford. And it's been everything and everybody but Errol Spence. So today I just wanted to bring the conversation back and kind of focus it around the rematch. Because everybody want to write it off and say, oh, it's what is Errol Spence going to do in the rematch? I mean, something, because he didn't do much in the first fight. So that's the first thing he's going to do in the rematch. He's going to be more competitive. And he's already made it clear that he wants the rematch at 154. I see Asante say he want Earl to have the fight at 147 so he can get them belts back. I say forget them belts. We already fought for the belts. I lost them. Let's fight somewhere where we're on a more even playing field. Let's do that. Where I'm 85 to 100% and you whatever percentage you gonna be. That's how I want to. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see in a rematch. I want to see a more competitive fight. I don't want to see no one-sided, unbelievable. Nobody knew that was gonna happen. And then if we get a trilogy, we get a trilogy. If we get a trilogy, we get a trilogy. That would be awesome. And then both of them can retire. 2 more fights with Earl, retire, and they can call it a day. And they definitely would be cemented in history as two of the best welterweights. Well, I think Earl will stay at 154 and continue to, if everything is okay. If everything is okay with Earl and he's not diminishing like people are making it seem like he's diminishing, because the truth is the rematch is just as important as the first fight because of all the controversy surrounding it. So the rematch is just as important as the first fight. Everybody saying that they don't want to see it. You gotta want to see it. You gotta want to see it. You gotta want to see Terrence Crawford perform like that again and look like that again. You gotta want to see if all the quote unquote excuses that are being made for Errol Spence are going to be valid in the second fight. You gotta want to see if the car accidents has actually had the effect on Errol Spence that is saying that it's had on him. You gotta want to see. That's why the rematch is so important. So for Terrence Crawford to say he don't want the rematch, I don't know. If he should be saying I definitely want the rematch. I need to seal it, stamp it, prove it for once and for all. because it's too many excuses coming from that other camp, quote unquote excuses. It's too many accusations being put on me. It's too many accusations being put on me about gloves, about PEDs, about who I'm associated with. It's all that being put on me. It's too many questions surrounding the first fight. It's too much controversy surrounding it. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fought 3 times after the third fight. That was it. Nobody was talking about it no more. I mean, it may come up. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about how we feel about it and what we really think. But the beef was squashed. Nobody could say nothing no more. Nobody could bring up this allegation and this accusation because they fought 3 times. So if you got whatever 3 times, either it ain't finna be nothing you can do about it and you need to be able to overcome that to win, or you lost. This fighter beat you. So whether you want to feel like Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder or Deontay Wilder couldn't overcome what was being put against him in order to win the fight, either way, it's over with. We're not talking about it like that no more. See, if it's just this one fight with Errol and Terrence, it's too much. It'll never be. We back to where we started before they fought. It's too much controversy surrounding the fight. Now I know everybody don't believe that, but that's just my 2 cents. You don't have to believe that, but that's just what I believe. So the fight will probably be more interesting than the first fight, because see, everybody that's a real Spence fan know that something was up and we want to see the rematch. And all these new Terrence Crawford fans, they should want to see the rematch because they should want to see him do it again. They should be rooting for him to go get this easy bag, go take the rematch, not rooting for him to avoid it. Y'all want to get him paid? Y'all want him to get paid? So why wouldn't you be encouraging? Why is your fan base not encouraging you to take the fight? Why wouldn't they be like, hey, Terrence, won't go and grab that easy bag? Spence easy. He easy. Go grab the bag and let's keep it moving. But y'all like, oh, no, it was a one-sided fight. I don't want to see it again. But y'all hear everything surrounding the fight. So how can you hear all of that stuff surrounding the fight and then say you don't want to see it again? When the fight didn't look how nobody expected, no matter who you thought was going to win. When 2 weeks later they drop a documentary about the biggest drug cheat in the history, and you find out this who he been working with. When you hear things like, oh, Errol Spence had a rib injury. Oh, he couldn't cut the weight right. Oh, he possibly could have been drug. Oh, y'all been hearing it. I don't gotta repeat it. Oh, we got a glove gate going on. It's a lot going on surrounding the fight. When all that stuff was surrounding the fight with Wilder, they rematched. They had a trilogy. So we might need a trilogy. This might turn into a trilogy. But I know for sure we definitely need a rematch because we got to see. It's too many questions. We got to see if Errol Spence is okay. We got to see if Errol Spence is a diminished fighter, if the brain, he got brain damage and he can't perform no more and he's diminished. We have to see that. We're not going to know that just in this one fight because that could have been anything going on. You hear everything that's circulating around that. That could have been anything. But see, in the next fight, in the rematch, we shouldn't have all of that. And if we have it again, then it's it. Then hey, that's it. But if Errol wins, will we get a trilogy? Will we get a trilogy? That's what I'm asking. Everybody want to skip over it, but I want to see it. I want to see the rematch. It's in the contract. It don't matter whether you want it or not. But I don't know why you would skip over it if it's just such an easy fight. Hey, let's do it again. He want to do it again. Let's do it again. What's up? We talking about Charlo and Canelo and all that's cool. All that's cool. That's great talk. Great fantasy fight matchup. Cool. But he got to get through Errol Spence again. And I'm man down all day. I still think it'll be a good competitive fight. Because that fight we got before was not competitive. It was even if Terrence Crawford is quote unquote 1,000 skill levels above what that fight still that fight we talking about a unified champion at 147. It just don't happen like that. It just don't happen like that. Let's see who we got with us. We got the Keji. Salute. The Keji joining us in the chat. Form hand. What's going on? Y'all know I'm trying to get my live legs under me. It's one thing when you featured on live. It's different when you're running it yourself. Skills from New Orleans. What's going on? Santiel say, "Yep." What up? It says skills from New Orleans. It's sad because if Earl underperforms, we won't know if it's due to circumstances outside the ring or foul play within it. And I mean, it'll still be more controversial, but we cannot have the rematch. Like, it's too much controversy. And this is before we had the fight. What I didn't want was something like this or a draw, because we're basically pretty much where we was at before the fight. We still don't know. You know, it's still a question mark there. And this was we've been trying to get rid of the question mark. We've been trying to get rid of the question mark of, is Terrence Crawford, can his skill perform up to A-level fighters? Question mark. Can Errol Spence perform and be a higher quote unquote skill fighter like Terrence Crawford? They're the number one and the two question mark. Can Terrence Crawford be the top fighter at their top level? Question mark. So after the fight, is Errol Spence still okay after the accident? Can he still perform? Question mark. Even though he's had 2 fights prior to this one, every time he fights, it's a question mark because of the accident. So after July 29th, which question marks were filled in? Because now, to me, after the fight, it's only more question marks. And who's to say the rematch will even get rid of all the question marks? So, I mean, if Earl comes in at 154 and he underperforms, or Terrence Crawford just beats him and Terrence Crawford's just the better fighter, cool. Cool if Terrence Crawford's the better fighter. No, that's cool. But we still need a rematch to determine that. We cannot determine that off the first fight. He was the better fighter in that fight with a 35% Earl, just to give my 2 cents. He was the best fighter that night, and Earl was the worst fighter that night. And that's what happened. 2 things can be true. But what does it say when you the best fighter against the worst? It's like picking on a little kid at the playground. So rematch, Farmhand says the rematch will tell all and gonna be a reveal. I hope so. I hope so. And we need to pay close attention and kind of watch what happened with that Wilder Fury series, because you know the second fight was when all the funny business was going down. So I hope people are more on their P's and Q's this fight, paying attention to what's going on. Says Asante L says, we all know that wasn't Earl Spence. We all know. We all know. We all know. But some people will deny it. Some people will get on here and tell you that Earl Spence looked the exact same as he normally do. When that night when I seen it, hopped on Twitter, everybody was like, why he look like that? Well, he look high. What's wrong with Earl? So people seen it too, because I got on Twitter because I said, I want to make sure I'm not tripping. I want to make sure I'm not tripping. Why does Earl look like that? The Keji. We saw EJ at his absolute worst and Bud at his best juice. I can see EJ winning for sure in a rematch if he comes in focused this time. So, Keji, you got him winning? I mean, I could see Earl winning too. I could see Earl beating Terrence Crawford at 154 in a rematch if all is Dare I say fair? Dare I use the word fair? Give me a second. I had to give me something to drink. But it will be a much more competitive fight. And ever since the fight, it just seems like everybody been trying to break up Spence and Derrick James and make it seem like Spence just done ran off and now he's in the UK with another trainer that's known for cheating, all this crazy stuff. Because Earl not gonna say nothing. So it's his team breaking up on this end, and then you got all this stuff with Crawford about to fight Canelo and wanting to fight Canelo at a catch weight. And I don't know, like, why would Canelo fight Terence Crawford at a catch weight? I don't even understand why we even talking about this. There are plenty of people for Canelo to fight, and there are plenty of people for Terence Crawford to fight. I'm hearing today that if Terence Crawford doesn't fight Boots, they may strip him of the belt. Which I don't know why Terence Crawford is holding on to the belts anyway. Just drop the belts and go to 154. Why do you have the belts? It should have been like, soon as that fight was over, boom, you the champ, you the number one pound for pound, you the best fighter on the planet. Drop the belts and let's move up. Let's do it again at 154. It shouldn't have to be all this. It should be that simple. So I don't know if like he holding on to the belts, Devin holding on to the belts. Are they doing this for leverage? Are they doing it for more money so they can negotiate? Like, I don't know, but they're literally holding up divisions. Let people move on. Y'all move on, let people move on. Drop the belts. So you talking about fighting everywhere. You talking about fighting at 160, 168. You talking about fighting everywhere but where you got the belts at. Devin fighting at 140. He ain't got the belts. Like, y'all doing everything but in the division where y'all got the belts. Just drop the belts and let them fight and y'all can move up. Seriously. Let's see. Alpo Alexander, salute. What it do? Brooklyn in the building. Hey, where everybody from? Y'all drop it in the chat. Where everybody from? I am in Texas currently. The great state. I'm from the great state of Texas. I don't know, maybe y'all can hear it in my accent. Some people tell me I have an accent. Some people tell me I don't have an accent. But drop it, but let me know and drop it below where you from. VADA can't be the only ones involved in the next bout unless the contract says otherwise. Well, the thing with the VADA is that's the one Allen want to use. Somebody say, oh, well, I went on the website, the VADA results up there. Well, what they do is they'll take the drug test, send the results to the promoter, and they decide basically on what they want to do with them. So whatever that means. So even if we getting tested and I am doing something, if the promoter like, the fight must go on, then that's it. The fight going on. It's not regulated to where like it's so stringent it has to go through this process, and if you get caught, no, it's so many ways around. It's so loose. Boxing is real loose. The rules, the regulations, who runs this, is very loose. So for people to want to be like, oh well, this should have took place so that could never happen, that's not how it's working. That's not how it's working. Skills from New Orleans says Bud fought primarily southpaw the entire fight, something that he never does. The left hand he chose for power just happens to look altered in the form. Coincidence or devilish consequence? Ooh, snap, spit that poetry. But I mean, you're absolutely right. He did come out starting southpaw, and he said he didn't make the decision to come out southpaw until he was in the back in the locker room. Patrick Bell, salute. Listen, thank y'all for coming on my live today. I'm trying to get used to going live. I'm used to being on a panel with other people, so it's a little different when you up here by yourself. But we gonna get it cracking. We gonna keep it cracking, and I'm gonna start going live more often. If you're not already, sub to the channel. Hit the like button. Hit the notification button. I haven't got a schedule for the live yet, but so just hit the notification bell so it can let you know when I go live. I want everybody to let me know and drop it below where you from. I'm coming from the great state of Texas. The IBF belt. Absolutely. AJ gonna win the rematch if he's focused. Eoy's not gonna save Bud. I think it's supposed to say Roy's not gonna save Bud. Let's say Spence do win this fight. Will there even be capacity for a rematch? Because I always felt, even if Crawford won the fight, he would be like, it would have been a rough fight, and both fighters would have sustained, injuries or been hurt in the fight. That's how I was thinking the fight would have went. So let's say EJ's better in the rematch. I'm still thinking that that's how the fight will go. It's gonna be a tough fight. It's not gonna be. I don't see another one-sided fight. I don't see that happening again. Bud prime focus should be on Errol and Boots. It should be Errol. Your prime focus should be Errol. So I don't know if all the deflecting is like kind of like a head game to make it seem like, man, I ain't worried about you. I ain't focused on you. Focus on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to fucking Canelo. I'm trying to do this. So you gotta kind of watch that too, because it's a lot of head games and mind games that like to be played in boxing, and throw rocks and hide your hand type of thing. So you gotta be, cognizant of that. I think that's the way you say that. So that you don't get played. Bottom line. What up, A1 Hoop Zone? Hold on, let me see where we at. Somebody say they in the Lou. Like St. Louis. Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. So you a LeBron James fan, Asante? The quad state of, what is that? What is WV? Asante L, what up, bro? Room seems refreshing. Crawford better enjoy it while he can. He gets punished in the rematch. Absolutely, that's what I believe. He has to. He has to. I just don't see Errol going down like this. I don't see it. And if he beats him in a rematch, it's definitely not going to be like that first fight. It's definitely not going to be like the first fight. And the question is, let's say Terrence Crawford loses. I mean, this is the number 1 and number 2 welterweight we talking about that are winning and fighting and losing to each other. So nobody career or anything that they've been doing should be completely diminished because they lost one fight. Because anything can happen. Y'all seen stuff was going on. Y'all seen stuff was wrong. Anything can happen. So even if Terrence Crawford loses the rematch, what does that mean? They 1-1. So they got to do the trilogy, because there's still nowhere for Terrence to go. Errol could fight other people, but if Terrence got all this criteria and you got to be big money and all of this, then I don't know where he's going to go to fight, because I don't see Canelo doing that. So Errol and Terrence need to be focused on each other for the rematch. And that's it for right now. Because I can guarantee you, I don't believe that their rematch will be as easy as the first fight. It can't be. Skills from New Orleans say he from New Orleans. I haven't been out to New Orleans in a while, but I do know they got the good food. I enjoy eating out when I go to New Orleans. The food never disappoints. Very rarely will you get some bad food. from my experience. So what else been on your mind, chat? Let's see. Chris McCoy, what's going on? What's good? Original American say you see EJ haven't responded to any of it, and he doesn't, and he never does. He never responds. This is the thing. Earl never responds, but when he talk, he addresses things. See, and that's the difference between him and Terrence Crawford, and that's why I believe Baby Earl attracts a certain type of fan base, and then Terrence attracts a certain type of fan base. Because Earl will let all this stuff, rumors, this, that, blah, 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 and then he'll sit down, do an interview, and he'll just address it. He'll say, oh, it's this, it's that, he'll talk about it. He don't hop on Twitter responding, threatening. He doesn't do that. He doesn't respond to what's going on. He just addresses it when it's time to address it. So I'm sure after all this is said and done, Earl will come out and he'll address the things that was going on and being said at this time. Because he could easily come out and be like, man, y'all know I'm not about to leave Derrick James. Cut it out. Or if it get too crazy, he'll come out and address it and be like, all right, that's not it. Y'all need to chill. But all the other little in-between, back and forth, hopping on, starting stuff. Oh, Canelo say he'll fight Earl at 160. What's y'all thoughts? Like, he don't do stuff like that. Alpo Alexander say, oh, damn, boxing need to tighten up. We put our money to watch the fight, and the fighters put their lives on the line. Sad case with them promoters, SMH. Oh, you talking about the drug testing? Oh, yeah, man. It's all... Well, how can I explain it? It's like I'm acting like I'm being safe. You know, like I'm acting like I'm being safe type of thing. So we can appear. So if somebody say something, say, hey, we do drug testing. Yeah, we do, we get the results. Just so they could say that they doing it, but it's not a protocol that's just set in place that they absolutely have to follow. It's whatever we want, whatever we say. And actually, Victor Conte, the one that called him out on that. So even he got something to say about the corruptness. Spence will only win if Bud gloves are properly inspected and or he's the same Earl prior to Budgate. Yeah, I mean, his gloves definitely do need to be properly inspected. And I hope that they take heed to that and do that. The people saying this stuff on these channels, boxing outlet talking about it, sitting up there, you know what I'm saying? That's not going unnoticed. People are going to be paying way more attention from now on to those gloves. Just like I'm sure when people fight Tyson Fury, they pay more attention to the gloves. Even the Nwangu dude he about to fight told Joe Rogan, I'm gonna make sure I check them gloves for sure. I'm gonna make sure I check them gloves. And Joe Rogan like, oh no, you think he cheated? He like, it can't help to check, right? Chris McCoy say he in NC, North Carolina. North Carolina. Asante say he rock with Braun. Hey, Asante. They got Braun. They got Braun tied up with some PED investigation type stuff. I mean, it's everywhere. It's prevalent in every sport. It shouldn't be no surprise. These athletes have to push their bodies to extreme levels, and everybody's looking for an edge. DMV along with PA. I don't know, maybe you asking this to somebody. Original American in Dallas, Texas, D-Town. Original American, you know Spence? You be seeing him around? Cause it seemed like everybody in Nebraska know Terrence Crawford. Like he everybody's friend. I mean, which is dope. That's cool. That's cool. That's bravo. Happy for him. Happy for him. Thank you, Farmhand. He says you're doing very well. 2 cents as always. I appreciate it. Thank you. Braun is the GOAT. I mean, Braun straight. My only issue with Braun, as far as him being the GOAT, he just didn't seem as aggressive enough to want to be the one. Like, that's my only thing with him. Like, you should want the ball. You should be the one. You should when it's the game on the line, you should be calling for it. Like, type player. But, he didn't really give that. But he's good. And he's also the oldest player to ever do it. Hold on, y'all. So, what you think they gonna do this year, though, Asante? What you think they doing this year? Jeff R, salute. What's going on? If you haven't, let me know in the chat. Let me know where you from. Let me know where you from. When Earl said the chains are off, I knew again that Earl's hands were tied. Yeah, I bet heard people saying that. I looked that up. I never seen what he said that at. The chains are off. I tried to look that up, but I could not find it. Original American says, I feel it's going to be a trilogy after EJ win this next fight. Yeah. If it's not a tough fight and Terrence don't get hurt too bad, then definitely it can be a trilogy. But we got and Earl got a lot of questions to answer too. It's not just Terrence. Both these fighters got question marks that need to be answered. Is Earl okay? Can he still perform at the high level? I mean, maybe not the level he was performing before the accident, but we've seen him come back still performing at a high level. Can he still perform at that high level? All of a sudden it's just gone? In between one fight in 15 months, all of a sudden that's just gone out the window? I don't know. Hold on, wait a minute. I feel it's going to be a trilogy after EJ win the next fight. Somebody say, when did he say that? Go get a plate. Oh. And that's what gonna be for me? Somebody say, when did he say that? I don't know. Oh, we got Asante in the building. What's up, Asante?
Yeah, yeah. What's up? What's up?
Man, I got to get some round of applause like Ross had.
Yeah, I had to jump in after you made that Brian comment. Come on
Which
now,
one?
I'm saying you got to watch more Brian. He about the clutch. Come on, he's one of the most clutch in
Man,
NBA history.
Bron don't give me clutch, man.
I tell you what. Remember that game against Chicago when that white dude was coaching us? I forgot his name. Well, he came in for 1 year and they got rid of him and they got Ty Lue in.
His name
He
start with
drew
a
up a
V or something, right?
huh?
His was is with a V or something, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't
And
think his name, but I know who you're talking about.
um, he drew up a play against Chicago in the playoffs. LeBron scrapped it in his face and said, "Give me the ball." Hit, LeBron hit the three from the corner and won the game. Remember that? Remember that
I
play?
remember that one, but I'm saying it. He do a lot of
You
passive
ain't.
and clutch moments, man. It's like,
There's
come on.
plenty against Orlando in the playoffs.
He
There's
got a
plenty of
few.
shots in the regular season he's hit at the last second. Telling you, you ain't following him because you ain't no Clevelander. That's what it
I'm not
is.
really a LeBron fan like that either, for real.
I know. I
I'm
know
really
you. I
not.
can tell. I can
I'm
tell by
really
your
not.
answers. David Black. That's who it was. David Black. Right on, Alpo. David Black. LeBron was like, get rid of this dude.
Yeah, but LeBron's cool though. He's still hooping. But
Yeah, yeah, he's still doing his thing, but back to Crawford. And I'm gonna tell you this: I do not have any faith in Bud Crawford at all. Even when Bob Aaron was hiding him, I was always supporting him. I'm like, he ain't fight nobody, but I'm gonna support the dude because he a brother. But once he turned down that Spence fight, that's when I knew something was up with him.
wait, when did he turn down the Spence fight?
When
Oh,
Spence
you talking about the
when
first time?
the first when I'm talking about when he went to 147, he had, like I was trying to explain to that dude the other day on outlet on Ross channel. When you're an undisputed champion, you can fight anybody you want at the next weight class. He refused to fight all those fighters on the PBC side. He went and fought Jeff Horn, who was already in house with the WBO and Bob Arum. He could have took a chance, fought somebody else, and even if he lost, he still could have got that WBO belt. But he chose to go grab it because he wasn't sure of himself. But when he knew he had to go up against them PBC fighters, that's when he started making calls to Victor Conte. Because Bud wasn't that dude, and he still ain't.
Oh yeah. I guess that's
He
when,
still
huh? When you
ain't.
start fighting Brooke and Porter, that's when you got with Victor.
Exactly. hmm He had any opportunity. He had any opportunity to fight anybody he wanted. And there were vacant belts too. And he didn't want to fight nobody for those.
Mm-mm. He only wanted that one belt, and
Yup.
he sat back and let Earl
And
go
let
do
Errol
all the
do the
heavy
heavy
lifting and pick
lifting.
him up.
Right.
Somebody say Skills from New Orleans say, what else on my mind? Is Puffy gonna get locked up? I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Puffy gonna have to do a humiliation ritual.
Man, he already done plenty of them. You ask me.
Yeah, he gonna have to do some more.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't even know why they bringing this up. It's weird. It's just really weird how they
Puffy
talking
ripping
about
off
it.
people. Here, how you gonna give back somebody's what is that he was supposed to give back?
They royalties for their
Yeah,
music.
whatever they yeah. How you gonna give back old music that don't have any value anymore?
Exactly, trying to look like you doing something good.
Right.
I knew as soon as I read that, I said it probably ain't worth nothing. That's the only reason he giving it back.
I you know what? When I first heard that story, that's the first thing I thought.
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, why would you give it back
You-
now?
Yeah, why
It
you
doesn't
giving it
make
back
any
now?
sense.
Because don't have no value.
Don't have nobody. Lenovo says clearly Canelo don't want to bless Crawford with a nice purse, and I don't blame Canelo. And you know what? Because it's like, why?
Yeah, why?
Because look, Charlo and Canelo had a history. Canelo, no, he ain't fight Charlo when he should have fight Charlo. So boom, that
Right.
played out how it played out. Crawford ain't never had nothing to ever do with Canelo. Canelo and Spence
Right.
had a
Right.
history. And so for you to just hop up all of a sudden and be like, I want, like, no, that's not how it's working. And it's not even no point in making any concessions. It's not no point in doing any of that to try to fight you. Like it's business. Earl can sell out the AT&T Stadium. Yeah, I'll fight Earl. I'll make some concessions for Earl. Yeah, I'll move down to fight Earl. We gonna get this bread because we can go fight at AT&T. We can go fight in San Antonio. We can go fight in Dallas at the AT&T Stadium. Sell it out, pay-per-views. He got the fan base. I got the fan base. Yeah, that makes more sense. But to just fight you because what? You not selling out no stadiums. You don't got no loyal fan base. It don't make business sense. He don't yap or get involved in drama. No, he does not yap or get involved in drama. Time out with Mr. Ma. Salute. What is going on? Thank y'all for coming through. Trying to get my live feet wet. Get used to hopping up on here. We're gonna be on here for about an hour today. We've been on here 42 minutes. Just talking about the rematch and what we think. What we think.
Yeah, I forgot where I was.
Alpo say, "Wow, glad you caught that. That is definitely a sign to what's going on behind the scenes at Asante L. I don't know exactly what he's talking about.
He's talking about when he said, look, Earl Spence said the chains are off.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. EJ knows that Bud was not right in that fight. Of course he knows.
You know,
So of course he knows. Of course he knows. Let me see.
yeah.
Oh, let me see. Contact sports should be the most regulated sports for PEDs, but they seem to be the least tested athletes. I'm not sure how it works in the NFL, but really, I think it's more for one-on-one combat sports. Hold on a second. And those for sure should be regulated.
You know, you know how Bud act. Bud act like somebody that's not been invited to the party, but he keep trying to get in.
Yeah, he gonna force his way in.
Yeah, he don't deserve no fight with no Canelo or nobody, really.
Yeah,
He
I don't
ain't
get where
did
that
nothing.
came from. I guess just because you undisputed, it just really seemed like because he knew Spence was gonna get that fight, he probably felt like, oh, since I beat Spence, I should be able to get the fight now.
No, no. He don't bring any value.
Yeah, so that's what thing people gotta realize. All these this fantasy fight stuff sound cool. Now they want to try to paint a narrative like, oh, Bud ducking Canelo. I mean Canelo ducking Bud. Like, let's stop that.
I know.
It says Devin on his way to greatness. His dad is doing right by himself. May need to leave Snack. Devin is definitely doing good, but Devin been with Snacks for I don't know how long, and they rocking with Snack. I didn't see them in videos defending Victor, saying Victor helping them find people that's cheating.
Wow. Mm.
So the thought is, I'm gonna get with Victor so he can tell me or help prevent somebody from cheating against me. But
Right.
how is he doing that?
That was quite that was something that exposed him. He shouldn't have never said that
How is he doing that though? Is he just
because
telling you so you can do it? Like what do we do? Like what? What is the
yeah, he trying
solution?
to act like Victor Conte gonna catch you. No,
Mm-hmm.
you probably cheating and you need to get tested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he playing mind game. That's called the deflection game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
He's
like Devin,
overstepping.
but he better not be cheating.
Man, Victor gonna write a tell-all book, and everybody gonna be in trouble. One
You know Tank sent them an offer and they refused it.
when
About a month when Tank got out of jail.
Oh, I think I heard that. Yeah, they over
Yeah,
there.
it's gonna be,
They pumping up them snack fighters to try to beat Javante. They got Shakur over there. They got Keyshawn over there. They got I don't know if he a
yeah.
snack fighter though. They got and they got snack Victor got Devin over there.
I'm gonna find it and send it to you. I'm gonna straight send it to you.
Keji
He,
say Conchu wants to control the PED's narrative though, and make people think he's the good guy now. Them people
who?
know the man ain't no good guy now. This is boxing. Them people know what's up, man. Good guys don't come to boxing. You have to overcome a lot to try to fix it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
You have to overcome a lot of powerful people, and you will probably need a lot of money to
Ooh,
fix it. And you probably have to do even more corrupt stuff to fix it.
yeah.
But he do want to control it. That's why he want everybody doing VADA testing. Like he going around like a super villain, punking all the promoters into doing the VADA testing. Original American say Fannin dropped a video about Terrence Crawford gloves and him looking bad, being older, and Victor Conti, which is a good look because he got a lot of eyes on his channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm. Wow.
that's what's up. You can't ignore it. You cannot ignore it.
Right.
I want to do a whole Victor Conti segment where I just show interviews and clips and people talking because
Hey, you.
this is almost like a Marvel movie.
Hey, you got the information. It's out there. Do it.
It's giving Marvel movie turned into a villain vibes. Somebody says, I don't know him personally. I just know about the hood he grew up in, DeSoto. Oh, yeah, you
Mm.
say you don't know him personally. You don't see him out walking around the grocery store? I know Dallas ain't that big. For instance, Ngannou dude knows they will allow Fury to treat, so he's cautious. He should be ready. He should be more than cautious. He definitely should be ready. Let's see who else we got on here. Let me see. Hold on, it's a lot of comments on here I ain't seen.
Yeah.
Somebody say Cap, LeBron, all hype. Jeff R say LeBron all hype, Asante.
He's entitled to feel that way.
Knock down the 3-corner pocket.
He's entitled to feel that
Hey,
way.
Raptors. Yeah,
I,
he did say
I,
James
I,
Jeff heard
I
him say
wonder
that.
who is his favorite player.
Alpo, who your favorite player? Fighters like EJ at this point should fight for the bag a few more times and ride into the sunset, saying it's out of care for his health. I mean, he looked bad in this fight, so now all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's his health. But we don't
Right.
know that. That's why the rematch is so important because we need to see if it is his health. He's not gonna come out and say my health bad. And I think that if his health were that bad, I don't see him still trying to fight. I don't
Right.
think his
I
girl will let
agree.
him fight like that. I don't think DJ will let him fight like that. I don't you know what I'm saying? I don't even though I do understand he doesn't listen, but who's to say that he would put himself in a position like that? But who knows? Because he did want to fight with that torn retina.
Right.
Um, EJ is a warrior. He never quit and fight stopped with EJ on his feet. So that was a win for me knowing Bud was cheating. That's true. And that's one of
And
the points I tried to make.
and in that video, when the girl was talking about when she was winning, and then it was so easy, she couldn't even celebrate because she knew deep down inside she was cheating. That's
Yep.
how Bud was acting.
It
He
don't
couldn't
feel good.
celebrate.
Because you didn't even get to compete. Like this is too what a point I try to make. We didn't see greatness out of Bud that night.
Right.
We didn't see there was no greatness. He had a good performance, but there was no greatness. He didn't have to pull out no greatness.
Right. Right.
So when you win something on that magnitude and you know like everything went on the up and up, I can just imagine like that's just don't feel good.
Mm.
Original American say what I like about LeBron is he will pass the ball, assist and put his team in the game. But
Yep.
but that's the thing. While LeBron can't never play with other, I mean I guess he can, but why does it seem like my issue with LeBron too is how much he will switch his teams up throughout the year.
Come on, 2 cent. He's a young man. If you think about it, he has every. Listen, I'm a Cleveland dude. I didn't want him to leave, but you got to put yourself in his pot, in his position. He had every right to do whatever he wanted.
I'm talking about him switching his teammates up.
What you mean?
Like it's like it's to me because I watch basketball, but I don't watch that much. It's like
Uh-huh.
he strategically have players. Let's say I strategically had these players during the regular season, and then when the playoffs come, I'm switching these players and now I'm picking up these players to help me get
No,
through
you
the
can't. I
playoffs.
can't believe you said that. Do you know that LeBron took our teams to 60
Do he
wins?
not do that though?
Look, he took the Cavs to 60-win seasons a bunch of times, and we ain't had no help. Delonte West, Boobie Gibson, Anderson Varejao. Come on, stop it.
I'm
The
talking about
dude,
after that when he
after,
had the when he have
no, that ain't up to him.
that
Them
ain't what
guys
you
want
mean. LeBron was running the team.
They want to play with LeBron. It ain't Bron chasing nobody. Trust me. Ain't Bron ain't chasing nobody.
Mm-hmm.
They chasing Bron because they know he know how to get them to the championship. Come on, the dude went 10 years in a row. Come on, you gonna knock that?
Hey, it is what it is.
He went 10 years in a row to the
I know.
finals.
Yeah, and lost.
He ain't won too. Come
We
on. He took a Cavs team that was terrible to the finals in his second, third year against the Spurs. Come on. We got swept because we ain't had no help.
Let's see, Rena Vargas. What's going on? It says, yeah, the look on his face was telling. Everything Bud had way too much power. Bud isn't the only fighter who lift weights, who hit EJ with some real shots. First of all, fighters don't even really lift weights.
Like,
And I know a lot of people's impressed that he can deadlift 400 pounds or whatever the case may be. But you don't just deadlift 400 pounds because you strong. Like, you have to work up to doing that. So if I just walk in the gym and I just deadlift 400 pounds, like, I'm freakishly strong. Freakishly strong.
Bud looked like a skeleton lifting the weights.
And I haven't heard a lot of fighters just say, "Oh, have you seen the videos coming out of them saying he been knocking out heavyweights and sparring?"
Who, Bud?
Yeah, you haven't seen that.
No.
So Shakur did an interview. And they talking about Shakur talking about, "Oh, I walked
I
in the
think I did
gym."
hear about it. I think that was a while ago, wasn't it?
No, I think that is. He said he was like, "I told the story. I'm gonna tell it again." So it's a recent thing, I believe. And then I
Hmm.
seen Fight Hype post something. They talking about, "Oh, Bud." They did an interview with a heavyweight that Bud knocked out in sparring, I believe. I just read the title. I didn't watch the interview. I'm like, man, these people are funny. These people are
The
funny.
roids are working great.
Alpo says Bud was telling a lot of the reporters that he's not worried about Earl before the fight. Oh yeah, he's like he was nonchalant,
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
He knew it was about to go down. Excuse me, y'all. I'm having a little snack.
Wow.
Bud,
Wow.
not that guy. Elbow flares tell me a lot. What's that mean, Lenovo? What the elbow flares tell you?
We all know he ain't that guy.
Of course, Bud stay contradicting himself. Just like he said he'll fight at 168. Now he trying to shame Canelo, talking about he said he'll fight Earl at 160. I mean, you already said 168. Why you even talking about that?
But he turned down Charlo at 154. Get out of here, man.
And why you think if he didn't fight Charlo at 160, what make you think he finna fight you at 160?
Right. This dude got he's got a delusional disposition about where he's at in boxing game.
He's not being serious, Asante. He know he not.
The
And
dude
then
is a
he be
snake.
having the people around him capping for him too, which is weird to me.
That's why I say guys who cap with him like that, they have the same integrity and character as Bud do.
Yeah.
Because cause if you're gonna ignore what he's doing and how he's moving, then something in your character move like that too.
EJ needs to bring someone like Nazim Richardson to his camp who would watch Bud's camp like a hawk and question everything they do from gloves to testing. Who is Nazim Richardson?
That's um That was the former manager who caught the glove on what's his name? Margarito.
Mm.
He caught Margarito cheating.
I mean, I wonder like if we're gonna see him get away with this again. Because Tyson Fury continuously got away with it.
Yeah, yeah, because he had the system behind him.
Right.
The system was behind him. Like no matter what, you can cheat all you want. We're not gonna put it on ESPN. We're not gonna talk about it in the media. We're just gonna sweep it under the rug and let everybody just do what they do.
Mike Mizak. Salute. Thank y'all for hopping on live today. Appreciate it. Got a couple of more minutes left up here. But we definitely gonna be doing this more often. Next time I go live, I wanted to come up here. Bernard Hopkins did an interview, and he said some pretty interesting things. And he was basically saying how all this buzz stuff is a distraction to kind of like what's more so going on behind the scenes. And I started thinking like, how they saying PBC going to another
Yeah.
network, and ain't no I don't know what Bob and Oscar got going on. Like it's a major shakeup going on right now,
Hmm.
and so I'm trying to keep my eyes and pay attention to that, and try not to get too caught up into the distractions. But I know people like to talk about them. I know people like to talk about them. Somebody said, Rena said, but my question is, why is he avoiding Boots? He don't want to
Hmm.
fight Boots. He just That's why I
Hmm.
say I mean I don't do Boots is a new generation of fighter. Don't fight him. Drop the belts and just move on. Let him
Right.
be great. Go around, collect the belts. Let him do
See,
what he got to do, and you just go on about your business.
he know ain't no money in that Boots fight. That's why he's not fighting him. If there was money in that fight, I think Crawford would fight him, but
But
ain't no
they told
money
him
in it.
they told him they'll pay him whatever he wants to fight Boots.
Hmm.
Espinoza said he told him that. I'm sure they would love for Boots to have them belts.
And then they can have a Boots Spence fight.
Yeah.
Because PBC want to pay you in house anyway. They didn't want to pay Bud.
Right.
Hey, but I'm a.
Canelo knows Victor Conti and Vada business well. I'm sure he do. You see, he stay away from them snack fighters.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, 2 cent. I'm gonna step up out of here. Check on my
Okay.
mail. All right, chat. Peace. I'll
All
see
right.
y'all later.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, I'm
All
about to
right.
go through these. I'm about to go through these comments, and then we're gonna hop off of here. I'm already at my hour, but let's see what we got. But main focus should be EJ until after the fight. Exactly. The Keji, I was gonna try and hit up Spence and his team to watch them gloves super close, but then I thought, nah, they will be on that for sure. I was wrong. I mean, I don't know. I don't think the PBC fighters might be accustomed to dealing with stuff like that. Because that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like to me. Or they just think that none of it's going to affect them. I don't know. But then again, maybe they did do all the checks and balances, and he was able to overcome it all. That could have been a thing too. EJ wanted to fight that dude so bad he gave up everything. Exactly. And who's to say that was the best decision? You know? See, a lot of people think that just because you make sacrifices, you're always going to win or come out on top. And that's not true. Just because you make the sacrifice doesn't mean it's going to work out how you think it should work out in your head. And Spence made the sacrifices, but unfortunately, it didn't work out how he thought it was going to work out in his head. So let's see where I was at. Buzz baby picture speaks volume on the type of kid he was. Sneaky. Yeah, I'm remembering how he tried to punk D James. He's still mischievous. And they were trying to take up for him for that. Like, why you coming at Derek like that? Like, calm down. The Novo says, yep, when Dad Haney said Victor gonna help catch cheaters, Victor looked at him strangely. Oh, I gotta go back and peep the body language. He looked at him strangely? I bet he did. Like, what are you talking about? I just don't trust that Victor character, man. He even said himself, don't trust me. He even said himself, don't trust me. So let's see. Let's get back to these comments. Let's see. Of course, the juice got ciphered back in the 90s. Why Shakur ain't get hit? Sample of his today. Let's see. What up? Ron Bronson, St. Vincent, St. Mary. LaFraud James. I did used to watch LeBron when he was in high school. I watched him. I watched LeBron James for a while, but I really kind of got sick of NBA and NFL, and I just started focusing on boxing. I got tired of, especially after I forgot what year it was, the Super Bowl with the Seahawks and the Patriots, I think, and they didn't give Marshawn Lynch the ball. I was done with NFL after that. Like, that just took the cake for me. I already didn't really watch like those type of sports till playoffs, but and then that year when they came back, the Cavs came back and beat the Warriors from 3-1, 3-0 down or whatever that was. I was like, that's enough. I still watch it from time to time though. Lenovo says the machine goes for players with certain names like King James, Jordan, Zion, but Zion has a porn star fetish. Man, Zion is ruining himself, man. He don't want to lose weight and he don't want to leave these weird chicks alone. He just needs to focus, man. I watched Zion too in college, and I couldn't wait to see what his NBA career would look like, but he messing it up. Alpo says, I played Sebastian Telfair was the biggest at the time. Sebastian through the fire, got dethroned once Braun came to the scene. Yep. LeBron had a 90 million shoe deal before he even stepped on the court. Braun switched teams, that's true, but once he leaves a team, that team is trash. The LeBron fraud went in for a while, though. Eric Snow was a starting point guard in the finals versus Tony Parker. Let's see. The Boxing Outlet crew here representing, put some light on 2 Cent Shine. Thank you. I appreciate for everybody coming through, especially if you over here from the Boxing Outlet page. We're going to be going live too, chit-chatting it up, giving my opinion of things from my perspective. I get some sounds on here, some pictures on here. You know, we try to have a little fun over here too. But I do want to be able to drop my 2 cents and give my perspective on things. Bud couldn't knock out a bunch of guys at 135 like Ricky Burns, Prescott. Look at all these people you naming. And now he knocking out heavyweights. The Keji, please make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. Make it make sense. It don't make sense. These things that are being said don't be logical. And Bud fans just hop on the train. Even pro boxers, I'll be like, y'all should know better. How does that even sound logical to y'all? Now he knocking out heavyweight, so he get older and stronger, and now he knocking out heavyweights. Come on, y'all. Elbow flares is called telegraphing. You see punches coming. It's tacky. Oh, okay. So that's some tacky stuff that he got going on. Original American says all eyes will be on Terrence Crawford gloves in the rematch, and his corner squeezing his blood will be watched. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be watched in corners now. He's not gonna be able to get away with that shady stuff anymore. He will have eyes on him. He will definitely have eyes on him. So let me see. Let me get salute 2 cents for Detroit. What up, Brandon? Brandon House. Salute. Bear 24, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Hey, listen, if you in the chat, I need y'all to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Stacy 1325, salute to Queen of Boxing. What's up, Stacy? Where you been? We ain't seen you in a couple weeks. Hope all is good. Why should Canelo bless Bud? Leave it up to Bud. He clearly declines to bless Boots with an opportunity. Assuming he gets past EJ, which in itself, I believe things will play out, be a little different. And that's the thing I was also saying How can you say, oh, this person ain't give me a shot, this person ain't give me a shot, but then you turn around and you don't give this person a shot? Make it make sense. You were doing the same exact thing that you had a problem with. And my question is, where is the accountability for Terrence Crawford? There's never no accountability. He say this, he say that, he say this. Everybody's around him is obviously enabling him because they just never hold him accountable to nothing he say. Nothing. He contradicts some. I need it addressed in the next interview. So last interview you said this, now you saying this. Why is that? I need it addressed. Farmhand says, yeah, but Earl would been called a duck for not making the Bud fight happen. Darn if you do, darn if you don't. I mean, what would have been worse though? I mean, I feel like this is worse than being called a duck. To me. To me, I don't know, maybe not to Earl, but to me, this is worse than being called a duck because for all the people to beat you, for all the stages to get beat on, for all the times to get beat and get washed in a fight, you picked the biggest fight in the last 40 years that everybody's been anticipating to get done like that. It's just unfortunate, man. It's just unfortunate, and your fans don't like that, Earl. Listen, Jeff R say smash the like button, good people. Go ahead and smash the like button. All right, well, I guess we done got through all the comments. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Please press the like and subscribe button. Make sure you check out some of my videos. I'm about to start going live. I'm trying to make it a daily thing, but I don't know. Just stick with me. Make sure the notification bell on so that you know when I'm going live. Maybe next time I come on here, I hop on here and get some people some wrenches. But thank y'all for stopping by. Appreciate y'all, and I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. Peace. Hey, what up?